This is Daily Gains. Welcome back.
I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Dave. It's time to get it in. Let's get going.
James 5:12. But above all, my brothers, do not swear either by heaven or earth or by any other oath, but let your yes be yes and your no be no, so that you may not fall under condemnation.
We talked about this, I think, in season 1 of Anchored and Devoted. James is not saying don't use bad language here. In fact, he's quoting Jesus here. When Jesus says in the Sermon on the Mount, don't swear by heaven or by earth or by the Lord or by the temple or by anything else, the golden temple. But Jesus says, let your yes be yes and let your no be no. And James then takes it a step further here and says, so that you do not incur condemnation. This is a teaching that I wrestle to be able to apply to myself. Because I get keep your word. I get speak the truth. Okay, that makes sense to me. I get that there's condemnation when you lie. I get that there's a repercussion when you are a person who has a pattern of not keeping your word, overpromising and under delivering. I get that there's this idea of hubris that we saw at the end of chapter 4. But in my mind, this doesn't rise to the level of you're going to incur condemnation. As a result, I continue to overpromise and underdeliver as an individual. And I think that there's more here that I need to sit with and stew in, because my mind and my heart need to be shaped by this so that I can reflect who God is more in my life.
So I believe that's part of what the challenge is to actually think and reflect before speaking, to be prayerful and not just responsive or allowing attachments that you have with individuals to drive your decisions and then, changing your mind later once you've thought about it, but actually allowing your heart to be tethered so close to God's that you're speaking and actually doing what you're called to do. There is much to speak to, but there's even more to do. And I do believe this is one of less is less. And not less is more, but less is less. And we are called to use our mouth less and our hands and feet more, as well as our ears more. I have a friend who told me that one way people love you is they listen to you. And I do believe that if someone is hurt, you don't need to promise, you just need to go and do and be with. If I'm with you, you don't need an oath. You've got me.
Yeah. Thank you for doing that, man. Thank you for being an example to me in that regard. I think we all have work to do here. So let's get to it.
Ba-ba-da-da-da-da.